All right, ladies and gentlemen. Since we got a little bit of a break in our two game slate, I figured I'd get a video in real quick. Um Instead of waiting until after the Cleveland game is over. So let's do that. Listen, I'll be honest with y'all. Oklahoma City's cooked. They're not winning this series. It's over. And I'm gonna tell you why. Luka is a shell of himself. He could barely walk, right? PJ Washington is comfortable. He look, we know he's talented, we know he has skills. We know he could hit the jumper, we know he could do a little bit of everything. We know that, but it's all about the mental aspect of it and being comfortable. He's comfortable now, and that's a problem for OKC. So now you got three guys that could just cook you, you know, all game long. However, that's not the issue. The issue is OKC. OKC has no identity. OKC is starting a guy that they're playing 9 minutes a game, which makes no sense. He's not a defensive stopper. He's not some, sharpshooter. He's not. There's nothing about his game that justifies starting him. You're better off starting Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, even the other Jalen Williams. You're better off starting anyone else but Giddey. He's the worst guy on the team. You're bringing in Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins off the bench, and now they got to get warmed up. They got to get in rhythm. If you start them, they're in rhythm. These guys are knockdown shooters. Even Kassan Wallace can hit a shot here and there. You got this guy Giddey out there taking up space, net negative, killing you. Now you're playing from behind. Once you get this fool off the court, and then once these guys start getting a rhythm, you bench them. Like, this is why the team is always this is the problem. Look, this is not the regular season anymore. This is the playoffs, and in the playoffs, you got to leave your best players in and let them cook. They're done. They're not winning this series, and that's that. Now let's get into this slate. My man's Jalen Brunson, 9.6K. No injury designation next to his name. Listen. Jalen Brunson is as much of a lot as you're gonna get. And it is kind of, if you want to play multiple lineups and fade him in one or two, that's fine. That'll work every once in a blue. But he's going to be smashing these slates. Fire up Jalen Brunson. Tyrese. Who the hell is Tyrese? Tyrese Halliburton, 8.6. He's in play also. Jamal Murray broke out of his shell in play. And we don't know how injured he really is also. He might be dealing. He does have an injury designation, yes, but we don't know like how he's really feeling. What does it say? His calf. So we don't know if the calf is really bothering him crazy, but he was finally able to give us a good game. 42 fantasy points. Okay. Michael Conley, 5.7 in play. Nemhard's okay, 4.9K. TJ McConnell, 4.8. He was very popular, and I knew he was going to get neutralized. I'm not going to say neutralized, but I knew he wasn't going to have another 33.5 point performance. I played him. Don't get me wrong. I played him. But you know when something's too good to be true. You know he was too cheap to do that again. So, but on a 2-game slate, you got to play these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because if TJ McConnell at 4.8 goes off, your line and you don't have him, your lineup is cooked. McBride was in play because of the fact that the Knicks were so compromised. 29 minutes, 17 points. Burks, 3.8K is in play. OG's already ruled out. Burks would be very popular because, there's people that watch the game log and seeing that he had a decent game and going to jump right on him. Shepard's in play. Christian Braun, do I need Christian Braun? Braun and Reggie Jackson, they're in the player pool, but I don't think I'm going to get to them in my main lineups. Anthony Edwards, he's absolutely in play. Should come back in the next game with a vengeance. DiVincenzo's too cheap for his minutes and what he's asked to do, what he's needed to do. Neesmith's an okay play, not a high usage player, but he's going to be on the court a lot. KCP's an okay play, nothing spectacular. Walker Alexander didn't play 4K. Use him for value. Justin Holiday, another value piece. Josh Hart, I lock him every slate I get. I can. Siakam, I put him in a lineup. Waited for him to cook. He never cooked. I'm still hungry. 31 minutes, 37 fantasy points. It's not going to get it done for a guy that's almost 8K. I'm still waiting for him to show up. So when he shows up, somebody email me or something, text me something. Michael Porter Jr. is in play, 6.6K. McDaniels is in play, another value piece. Kyle Anderson's an okay play, but I'm not really interested in him. All right, before we go to power forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, no problem. I can help you. Check out the Patreon, linked in the description. I'm not going to sit here and sell you anything. Listen, if you're cashing, you're playing and you're cashing and you're winning money, great. You don't need me. If you're playing and you're not winning, you're not cashing, then you need me. Check out the Patreon link in the description. You can check out the channel memberships on YouTube. Silver and Gold also provide lineups. So check out the details. And we do have super chats open. Let's go to... never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Let's go to power forward. Karl Anthony Towns, he's too cheap. Price is not coming up. I've been slamming him in all my line. I think, did we cash DraftKings last night? I can't even think. I know one of my last few winning DraftKings lineups had Cat in it at 6.9K. It had Cat and Jamal Murray, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. But these guys are too cheap. Cat is too cheap. Not Jamal Murray. Cat is too cheap. Cat's too cheap. Aaron Gordon's too cheap. Everybody else is probably priced correctly. Cat, fire him up. Gordon, fire him up at 6.1K. Nas Reed at 4.6 had a down. I believe he had a down game. He did have a down game, 12 fantasy points. What you got to do is you got to remember something, especially between Porter and Gordon. Every series will be different. So you see the last series, Porter was going off against the Lakers. This series, Gordon's playing a little bit better. It's all about matchups in series. You see what I'm saying? So when Gordon had a down series against the Lakers, now he's having a better series against Minnesota. So when you're stuck with the last with the last spot for 6.1 Aaron Gordon or 6.6 Porter, I'm a lean a little bit towards Gordon because he's playing better in this matchup. That's just how I look at it. Toppin was popular also. Should play about 20 minutes, 4.5K, play 19 minutes. I don't know. In this matchup against the Knicks, Obi Toppin is way over a 1 fantasy point per minute player. And they're not playing him more than 20 minutes. I'm watching the games, and I can't understand why he's not getting more minutes. But whatever. It's not my business. Not my problem. Who else is here? Achua. Man of the hour. Man of the hour. So, the guy that was supposed to be the best player tonight, the best player of the whole slate, only played 22 minutes. I'm going to just leave that right there. Let's go to Kyle Anderson. All right, Precious Achua, to be honest with you, Precious Achua is a decent play. But you also got to keep in mind, yes, the Knicks are down a lot of guys. But you got to remember that they play a hot hand approach. If you're not Brunson, if you're not DiVincenzo, if you're not Josh Hart, if somebody off the bench comes in and they get hot, they're staying on the court. So that means Hartenstein is at risk of losing minutes. Achua, whoever else starts that's outside of those three guys I just named. So what my fear was McBride coming off the bench and playing well. And that's exactly what happened. That's why in the video, I didn't jump up and down and say he was a lock. He was a very good play. especially if he started, and he did start, yes. But there's always look at DiVincenzo last series. DiVincenzo got benched for McBride. So if DiVincenzo could get benched for McBride, so could Achua. And that's exactly what happened. He's still a good play, still a very good play. He should play better tomorrow or Sunday, But sometimes you just got to have an open mind and just look at the whole entire scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? So Precious Achua, very good play, but very possible to get benched if McBride comes off the bench. Even Burks. If Burks comes off the bench and it's playing well, they're gonna leave him in there. Who else is here? Nobody. Let's go to center. Let's get out of here. Jokic 11-2. Find value and play him. Miles Turner 6.7K. Turner had a decent game, but I'm not jumping up and down for him either because he could sell you at any given moment. Last 4 games, 14, 34, 17, 43. See a pattern here? Miles Turner is not reliable game to game. We know that. Now, he's priced correct. He has a good price. He has a decent price. And when you look at it, he should be a great play, but he's inconsistent. Gobert's in play. If this is a competitive game, Gobert should smash the 6.5. Hartenstein is always a good play also, but now if Achua starts and is playing well and Hartenstein's not playing well and McBride comes in and he's playing well, Hartenstein's going to get benched. He's going to lose minutes. That's what you got to that's the thing you got to pay attention to. That's what you got to plan for when you're playing the Knicks. You're playing anyone outside of Brunson, Hart, DiVincenzo now because OG's out. You got to keep in mind that somebody could get benched any given game. Always keep that in mind. Why? Because it's happened before. Isaiah Jackson 3.2K. He's gonna get on the court. How many minutes he's gonna play? Nobody knows. He's an okay play. He's an okay play. I mean, if you play him and you get a lineup with Anthony Edwards and Jokic or Brunson and Jokic and the rest of your spots are straight gas and they all go off, that's how Isaiah Jackson helps you. But if you have a mediocre lineup and some of your players fail, your lineup will have no chance, especially if Isaiah Jackson's playing 12, 13 minutes. You feel me? All right, 2-game slate. I'm going to go on and get out of here. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon, linked in the description. If you would like me to send you finalized optimal lineups right before lock. Channel memberships are open. Super chats are open. Hope you have a profitable weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.